everyone, this video is going to be the first of the month grocery shop where we go about an hour away from our home, and it's where we pick up things like home goods or paper products or our meat for the month, stuff like that. So it's going to be a few clips put together, and I might put in some other things. I know I'm going to do some cooking, and I'm also doing an organizing or cleaning and organizing project this weekend. So I hope you're all well. If you like this type of video, please hit the like button. If you want to see more of these types of videos and that, I'll be making more of them. Please hit the subscribe button. If you've got anything to comment in that, I'd love to hear your comments and stuff so I can talk back and forth with you in the comment section of this video or in the community tab. So thanks for joining me here. Be well, and I'll see you again next week. Okay, there are some things that I can buy away from home in this town, in this city that I grew up in, that it's not available anywhere around here for this price. So my favorite type of soap is Dial soap. I use it all the time. I've used it throughout my healthcare career. Just love it. Especially, of course, obviously like the gold. I fill up my dispensers, and 2 52-ounce bottles will last me about 7 months. So each bottle cost $5.79. Menards was $8.99. Fleet Farm was going for $10.99. Walmart used to carry it but doesn't it anymore, and Target was selling smaller bottles. I think they were 11 ounces for $3. So this is a fantastic price, and it will last me 7 months. Kitty needed more cat litter scoops. The best ones can be found at PetSmart that don't actually snap in half when you put them in the litter box. I got a notebook. I didn't have any more notebooks left, and yeah, I know we can use envelopes and stuff, but we don't get junk mail anymore. We signed up for something where we don't get the junk mail, so no envelopes to have little notes on. I do use my tablet and phone, but here's something that is going to sit on the countertop, and it's just going to kind of be a diary or a journal of food bought and food prices, current prices, future prices, and then I'm just going to start a little menu or a meal planner in here. So I got this at Target for $1.99. Pencils, $2.99. I'm a pencil person. I don't like pens at all. So pencils. Went to Hobby Lobby. It was right next door to Target, and we were checking out getting a frame for something that's kind of like a family collectible, or not collectible, but heirloom type thing. And so while we were in there, I just took a look through. I think it's been a number of months since we were in there, maybe last fall. And I got these bumblebee napkin rings. I have a lot of napkins, but no napkin rings. So these are nice for spring and summer. I do think I have Christmas ones, but that's it. I thought this little sign was cute, so these napkin rings were $2.49, 50% off. I thought this was a cute sign. I limit these type of signs to like 2 in the house, so I thought this was nice because I often, I do get frustrated and I get overwhelmed just like anybody else in the world. I go to bed some nights pretty angry, just at, the level of things that I've got to take care of, and, sometimes my time for me time is limited. And I think this would be a great reminder to have someplace, because I do feel better when I pray. Just when I just tell the whole story out, why I'm frustrated and why I'm feeling overwhelmed and stuff. When I tend to tell my husband in that, which is a wonderful thing to do, and I tell him all the time. But at the same time, your spouse sometimes tries to make up for it. They try to do all your work or take your work or responsibilities away from you, and then they get overwhelmed. So I think this is something that will work for me if I'm reminded that I just need to kind of let it out, hand it over to somebody of a higher power, and let them help me out a little bit instead of just going to bed angry all the time. Or not all the time, but instead of going to bed angry when I do sometimes. I like mushrooms, really into anything whimsical or forest-like or fairies or whatever, but I don't want to overdo it and have all kinds of tchotchkes in the house that I've got to dust. I've already donated so many of them that I've collected in 30 years of marriage, but I like these. This, by the way, was $1. I liked these. They're $3.99 and they were 65% off, so I got 2 of the brown ones and 1 green one. And I have a tree that I will definitely show you that these are going to go on. Bananas were 50 cents a pound. I did want a couple more. We didn't get enough last night. Stopped at a local farm stand and got peaches. The peaches were $1.69 a pound. Sweet corn was $6. It was actually pricey here, but this is where we usually find good sweet corn. So we just wanted to see if this is the place this year or we should keep looking. I remember not too many years ago, my husband and I went to every single solitary farm stand that was selling corn in a 100-mile radius because I absolutely loved sweet corn. I was able to eat 8 to 10 pieces at a sitting. It was wonderful. I'm not able to do that anymore. But we stopped here. It was $3.99 for 6 ears, and 2 of them were rotten when we got home. So we have these to try tomorrow. Got some yogurt for my husband. Those were $4.29 for 2 pounds. My Little lactose free are $1.39 a piece. I tried this. I don't know if you have this at any of your stores, but I tried this toilet paper. Love it. And we've tried every brand, but this is what I'm going to use, and that is Soft and Strong Panda, 4 rolls for $1.99. I do make salad for my husband every week. He's saying that he doesn't feel like it's got enough vinegar or whatever in the coleslaw. I saw this on, I'll link below. Well, I always call him Mr. Tom, so I'll link it below. He lives in Alabama, and he was grocery shopping the other day, and I saw this when he was panning the salad dressings, and it made me think maybe I need to buy this. This was $3.39 at Walmart. Some applesauce for my husband's lunches, and then if you're getting ready to plan what, if you have children or grandchildren getting ready to plan something for lunch, these Annie's cheddar bunnies, whether it's in the pouches or just in the box that's loose, are really, really good. They are pricey. For 12 pouches, and you're going to get 1 ounce in each pouch, it's $8.49, but they are clean and tasty, and they are much better than, I don't know what those other orange little crackers are. I can't remember them. It's been so long since I ate them. The sodium is 240. I don't like that, but the carb is 17 grams. The fiber is 1 gram and no sugar. So, and all the ingredients are organic. So these are really good, and I like these to take along so we don't have to stop at a restaurant or something to get a meal while we're out. So then I will show you my little haul from Goodwill. Okay, and here is my Goodwill haul. So first I bought this book, A French Wedding. If you're somebody that reads Ellen, is it Hildebrand? This is something that she recommended. It says it's a sumptuous novel. So I believe it's pages practically turn themselves. I thought that sounded like a great book. I'll read it. I'll either pass it on to a friend or I'll sell it on eBay. And I got it for 99 cents. A Reader's Digest, Back to the Basics, How to Learn and Enjoy Traditional American Skills. I thought that sounded fabulous to read. Also 99 cents. Again, I'll read it. I'll either hand it off to a friend or I'll sell it. There's another one, Memories of the Old Plantation Home, a Creole Family Album. Thought that sounded interesting. Same thing. I'll read it. Find a friend that might want to read it. And the Complete Wilderness Training Book, Field Skills for Adventure in the Outdoors. Sounded interesting as well to me. A couple of plates. I have a lot of plants. I have actually over 50 plants in the household, and I love using these saucers underneath the plants. So it makes everything look a little prettier. I get these either for, I got these for 99 cents. I try to pick them up for 69 or 99 cents at Goodwill or garage sale. So got 2 of those. As far as movies, I got A Christmas Carol. Lots of people buying Christmas movies right now. And if you are a person that resells on the internet, I'm sure you know that when we get things home, make sure you take the stickers off as fast as possible, because the longer those stickers stay on, the harder they are to get off. And then I just use Goo Gone. I always wash everything, wipe everything down in that, and then I use Goo Gone to get rid of the stickers, and then I enjoy the read and pass it along. On here, there is no stickers. These just go for $1.99 at Goodwill. So I bought a Christmas Carol because, like I said, I've sold a lot of Christmas movies lately, not only for Christmas in July, but people are gearing up for this next season. Mighty Joe Young, my husband and I wanted to watch that and then pass that along. These Foolish Things, I think this was a movie that was recently made again. This looked good with Angelica Houston. It's an older movie. The Company You Keep with Robert Redford. Bleak House, if anyone else is a Charles Dickens fan, I love Charles Dickens, and I especially loved Bleak House. And as far as just watching it again for ourselves, if I don't already own this, I love picking up like A&E or Acorn or BBC. Always great for resale value. The Magnificent Ambersons from Orson Welles' original screenplay. I loved that it was from Orson Welles. I watched things that he was in, movies that he was in when I was a little kid. Starting Out in the Evening with Frank Langella. This looked like a good movie. Love and Death with Diane Keaton. And then a Diana, a tribute to her life and legacy. So those are the DVDs that I got at Goodwill. All right, this finishes up our larger shop at the beginning of every month, and after that we just do staples. And we have basic staples. We usually need a fresh loaf of bread, bananas. Sometimes we'll pick up oranges or orange juice. And if I haven't made homemade yogurt, we'll pick up a couple of containers of yogurt. That's generally the staple groceries. Maybe some other fresh fruit or vegetable. And also, from this point on until probably November, it'll be going to farm stands and farmers markets and that. So we will do that probably every other weekend, or if we have extra money, every weekend, depending on what's for sale and what the prices are. And load up on veggies. Some of it we'll eat right away to benefit from the freshness, and the rest of it I will preserve. So every time we go shopping, an hour away from home, I always buy salmon. There is no salmon unless you buy Aldi, and we did try Aldi salmon and did not care for it. So there really wasn't any taste to it at all. So hopefully when we move away from here, we can get some salmon that's not farm raised. I don't agree with the practices of it, but there you are. Most grocery stores in this area, well, within an hour of home, sell the farm raised. So we got 2 packages of it. One will be used for salad, and then one will be split in half for a meal. So $10.99 per pound. I got under a pound, so I paid $9.45 for this one. And under a pound, I paid $9.67 for this one. And we do feel like this is precious stuff. I mean, at this cost, this is precious, but we're not really big into the red meat. I mean, we maybe had 1 steak a year if we're lucky at that. Ham once a year. Turkey usually twice a year. I don't eat any steak, any hamburger. I don't eat pork. So really, this is what I eat. I eat fish and I eat chicken, and this is the only fish that I eat. So yeah, and I should be eating even more than this, but the price just prohibits us. So we got 2 packages. That'll be good until the first part of August. I have a package of chicken strips, which I make homemade chicken tenders with, and I also have some chicken breasts, split breasts with the bone in the freezer after I did a total inventory of the freezer. And then I discovered, of course, we also have 8 pounds of ground beef that we need to get through. So that's why the meat's a little short this month, because we're going to go through the ground beef. We have some breakfast sausage to use up, and obviously the chicken tenders. So I got 1 chicken for roast chicken dinner, and my husband goes between Braunschweiger and organic turkey for his lunch. So we picked up some Braunschweiger. Now the Braunschweiger at the employee-owned grocery store, which would be similar to, I guess, Kroger or Meijer or something like that, was $3.99. That's up quite a lot in the last 2 or 3 years. We used to buy it for $1.99 at the same grocery store. Chicken is still the same. It's supposed to be a 4-pound chicken, but I actually weighed it. It is 5 pounds, so it's way beyond what they normally butcher a chicken at. So I wanted to buy the Amish chicken I have been buying, but that was completely out. The bunker was completely empty and there was none in the back. So I was back to this chicken that we ate for years at $6.99. So this is my inventory sheets. So I have, like, in the first column, pantry, and then what we've decided we need on hand, to feel like we're adequately supplied, not running, right out right after the next use, and then where to buy. Now this is kind of flexible there. If in our little store trip, we usually go to Walmart, Target, a local grocery store, an employee-owned grocery store you hear me mention a lot, and now we're going to be throwing the dollar stores, or at least one of the dollar stores, into the mix. And then also we do farm stands, and then in the wintertime we do a CSA. So where we get some of these things is flexible. If we find a cheaper price, then I'll just put in parentheses on the side where it says WM, we found a cheaper price at Target. I've also got a spreadsheet that actually has all the prices and how they've changed over the last 3 years. So I always make sure to look at the receipt and then mark down the current price as opposed to the price of it in the last quarter and the quarter before that and the quarter before that, back 3 years. So then we just have things like spices and loose rice and boil and bag rice, pastas for salads, casseroles. Most of the food that I cook is homemade. So I'm not going out and buying any lasagna kits or pizza kits or pizza unless we actually go out to dinner to have pizza. About the only convenient thing that we have on this list is I do like canned soup once in a while. Other than that, you've got your basic baking ingredients, things for salads, condiments. Here we have magic erasers and Comet, carpet spray, Windex, bleach, stuff like that. Some of that's changed over the years. Some of it we don't buy anymore. I don't buy bleach anymore, but occasionally we will buy a small bottle. We haven't done it in a couple of years, but we leave it on the list because we do have a small bottle in the inventory to clean the washer with. So, and then we have a bi-weekly, what we really need to get on our staple shops. It's only 7 things. What should be in the refrigerator. So it gives you kind of a quick look. You go into the refrigerator and what should normally be sitting in there. What's in the door, what kind of condiments, and when we open up the refrigerator, are they there? Do we have backups in the back room? And then an inventory of what's in the freezer, and of course what I would like to have in the freezer. It's crossed off as it's used, and then supplements and so on. So that is our little inventory sheet that we go through every time we have a bigger shop before we go out the door. And so we got a big storm coming. And whenever a big storm comes, well, actually when any rain or wind comes, I've got to come out here and situate everything. So here's what it looks like tonight. Everything goes down. All the pots get watered so they can't blow around. Got a tomato that's turning. Here's our potato situation. Still waiting for those to die back. Roses. I got a beautiful rose that's out. Birds are chirping, so I gotta finish this up because they want to come and have one last feed. Peanuts and water. So we got quite a bit of water on the porch. I would say it would at least cover up my foot. It's probably not been that way in the light of day. Maybe overnight when I was sleeping, but I usually monitor how much water gets on the porch because I have to empty out every one of those trays. If you have downstairs neighbors, you should do that when the rain is done then. Make sure they're clear. And that's one of the issues having a garden on the second floor. You have to have pans underneath your containers when you water, otherwise you're dropping water on the patio of the apartment down below or possibly on someone's head. So here we have it. And here is my cleaning and organizing project for the summer. So we have 6 drawers, most of which I haven't either been able to get into or just haven't taken the time to get into, filled with things. And the goal is to get the things that I'm keeping, that I'm using, that are useful to me and my life right now, into the little tote and donate, give away, and if there's anything to throw away, the rest. So that's what I'm going to see if I'm able to take on that challenge. Most of it is crafts, things to do crafts with, like glue and tape and pens and pencils and school supplies. All that stuff can be donated at this time of the year or given away to people that I know could use that kind of stuff, or taken to church and left in an area where people can just grab it and go. So that's exactly what I'm going to do here. And in the end, I was only able to get one 3-drawer cleaned out. I just had too many different things like office supplies and a glue gun and just things that stationery, some pencils. So I had 3 things. So I had garbage, donate, and then give away. And I managed to get, this is one of them. We've already put in the other 2 to where they need to go, but this is a donate. So, quarter of a garbage bag to donate. Giveaway was an armful, and garbage was just a lot of things that had lost their elasticity, or crafts that were no longer craftable, things that had an adhesive on it that no longer had an adhesive, and some craft items that had started to fray because I used to do things with lots of cloth and felt and stuff like that. So this is where we got it down to. I'm still pretty proud of that. We've got a long ways to go before we can get cleaned up, cleaned out, and organized in this apartment and ready to move out. Okay, and this is where I put the one mushroom. So I put it there, hangs next to an ornament. I was always, and probably always will be, big into Tim Burton. I just like Tim Burton and, oh, I can't think of the other artists, but just very weird or strange objects. And so this was something that was on the terrain site years ago, and I wanted it, and I wait until the end of the holiday season when they mark everything down. So, and then that's when I get my Christmas present. My one bigger one. Usually it costs like $30. Otherwise I get books and stuff like that for Christmas. At this 2 or 3 years ago, it was a wreath. I like metal things, and so all of this is made from metal or glass. And then a mushroom, just added to fill out the tree. A glass gnome. A wooden mushroom. This is the first one that I got years ago. It's 100 when I wanted it, and it went down to 30, 32, 35. And so I asked for it, and we've had this tree up for, 12 years. It's a little a lighted birch tree we got at Walmart. This was a metal flower, a stone and metal mushroom, kind of a heavy ornament that's part copper, and then it's made to look like it's oxidizing. Another mushroom, another wreath. I have other ones, but I thought this was enough to put on the tree to make it look. Another mushroom, and then one of the very first things I got from Terrain for the tree was this heart. So I bought the tree, like I said, Walmart, $25. It sat empty for a long time, and then I thought, you know what? Let's put some unique kind of, special ornaments. These are the type of ornaments that I like. Our Christmas tree is always rather traditional and has a lot of the ornaments my husband and I have collected together over the years. So this tree stays up all year long. These ornaments stay up, and then I clean them, and then I change them out for other ones. So that's where the mushrooms that I purchased when we went looking for a frame at Hobby Lobby.